Now, I was on your IG last night watching your stories. You were
Oof.
reminiscing the amazing 2020 you had, okay? First off, congratulations on the huge year. How do you feel?
I feel totally blessed, yo. Like it was a really unexpected year for me because first Jan of 2020, I was hopeful because at this point of time I just finished my studies and I told my parents, before I sell my soul to any corporate life, I wanna like do a whole year of producing on my first independent album at the time. And then next thing you know, along the way a lot of other things happened, doors opened, and I'm very thankful to have had a crazy year for Mina.
Yeah, honestly, it's huge. I mean, a lot of things. So I'm really happy for you. Now, if somebody were to come up to you and be like, "Yo, who is Asyraf Nasir?" What would you say? What is the three things you'd want people to know about you?
Three things. Firstly, I will always brighten up your day. Secondly, you will never hear anything negative from me. I'll always hype you up lah. That's for sure.
Aww,
Like if you want to go shopping and like you say, hey, should I pay this much for shoes? Go for it. Always look at the bright side. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I'm being positive. Thirdly, thirdly, I will. One thing about myself that I like people to feel is for them to feel comfortable and open up to me in any way they would like. So, don't feel like a total stranger. Although if we've met for the first time, I could make it feel like sure. It sounds like I'm pitching on an online dating app, but yeah, I would like to think I am a pretty friendly person. So come by, say hi.
Okay, now I absolutely loved your debut single, Virus. Now it was released like about a month or two into like the whole coronavirus thing, okay? Like, was it planned to be released then because of the name as well? I mean, the name was pretty apt, okay? Coronavirus, virus. What is the whole thing about?
All right. Firstly, I want to shout out to the person who produced Virus, which is Sona One, a very amazing producer. And at the time, this was my first studio time and like first proper like meet up with him, right? And we weren't sure, we didn't have a clear direction of what it was going to be. But I remember like sitting down before we entered the studio, we were just watching the news. And this was 2 days before the lockdown happened. This was 2 days before MCO happened. And then we were looking at the news like, oh wow, this coronavirus is actually being a big thing. Seeing that this was going to be my first debut single, in the spirit of what I wanted to present, I was like, I want to tell people like, I'll make myself the virus in a positive tone, where when you hear my song once, you're going to get hooked and I'm going to infect your ears with good music all the time.
It's great that you did that. You could have just gone like into like a really sad mode and sang like a really sad song and made everyone else feel more sad, but you did the opposite.
We have enough sadness in this world, and
yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm glad. Yeah, honestly, that's so great. Thank you so much for that song and lifting everyone's mood up with it. Okay, now, of course, congratulations on your new song, Keliru. Okay, how did that come about? What was the writing process, the whole idea behind it?
Keliru was written in a day. Basically, I feel it was supposed to reflect upon everyone's mood this year. We were ending the year, and I was actually working on something else at the time, and I thought, we've already had enough bad times this year. And although there are some good within other people, like how do we translate it in a sense that this is what everyone is feeling? So some people, like I have a few friends who unfortunately have lost their jobs, right? And they are not sure whether they could survive the following month. And I also have people who are like fortunate enough to have good things happen to them, but at the same time, people around them are not having it as well. So at this point of time, you are just a bit confused on what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
So that's where the whole mood of like, aku keliru lah. This is what the year is about. The year is confusing. I don't even know if we're going to live with the new normal or we're going to go back to normal in the next couple of months or a year.
That's true. Now, because of the name of your song, I have to know, like, can you share the most Keliru thing that happened to you this year?
Oh, that made complete no sense. Oh my god. Itu ish. Wow. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for this question. I think the most craziest thing that happened this year to me was getting to know everyone within the Universal family, like within my label, right?
Okay,
Because
because it was
uh,
unexpected. Yeah, no, was it because it was unexpected? Did you see it coming? You didn't know 2020 was going to be this big for you, you know?
I did not know. I did not know. But of course, even before Corona, like it was slowly processing towards that,
Oh,
right? So I came from I came from the independent like life of an artist, right? Underground. So I thought that I wouldn't fit in this big of an industry. I'm still learning. I feel like I'm still very much understanding of the ropes, like how everything's gonna go. So I think the most interesting thing was like I made good friends in the year. Like for example, like Yoni Boy is someone that I didn't expect to be close to here. I thought that was like, yo, this is so bizarre.
yeah, it's so cool. So much of growth in the span of a few years. Now you guys are signed to the record label, and you guys are releasing so many new songs. You're doing so many performances. Yo, that's pretty cool. Okay, like seeing from then right up till now. Okay, now of course, people on IG, we all know that you debuted a new stage name, Asyraf Nasir, spelled out in full. Now, what was the reason behind that? Okay, I gotta know. I gotta know.
Okay, the moment I even said that my old stage name was gonna be changed, I had so many people messaging me, yo Ashraf, please do not do this. It's not gonna be the same. Like I might even threaten as so much to unfollow you right now. I'm like, yo, why would you do that? Because I think the ones who have followed me from day one,
Yeah.
it grew on them, So to see something else, even if it's my actual name,
Yeah.
to them, it's a bit foreign. Maybe the attitude or the way it looks, but to me, I decided to make this call because I had a bigger goal of trying to reach out to a wider audience to make it easier for them, because the amount of times people have mispronounced my name, I'm not sure if you know about it.
No, you know what?
It was just yeah.
The biggest
Yeah.
difference is visually, because I'm so used to seeing your name without the vowels and stuff like that. So like I would see, I'm like, yo, this Asyraf Nasir. But if you ask me to spell it out, I'm gonna be like, wait, which letter
This
comes?
Aspen Sir.
That's right, yo. Easy, so easy. Asyraf Nasir.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was one of the dilemmas that I faced. And so
Yeah,
that,
that's true.
yeah,
To reach a bigger goal, I mean, if you gotta do something, you gotta do something, yo. So I commend you for
Yeah.
that. You still Asyraf Nasir, so it's all good.
exactly. You still pronounce it the same.
Yeah,
you
we're still
know.
pronouncing it the same. It's just that's why I said it's just visually, it just. Okay, and now a big chunk of 2020 was everyone just stuck in quarantine. So what did you do in those months? What were you up to?
I think the general thing a lot of artists would say is that they've been working on music. I think that's a given. I would like to think that I'm constantly working on something new, trying to expand my creativity. But more than that, being in quarantine made me become closer to my family.
Okay, of course.
Like, they're probably gonna see this lah, but I was never that close or bonded to my family. Like, we were never so open of understanding each other's lives that much. So being forced together in the household and also doing things together, like working on the house, cooking together, I think grew, like it opened up another door for us to be closer together. So I really appreciate that.
Oh, that's so nice. So did you pick up any extra skills? Like did you cook before, or are you cooking now?
I cook sometimes, but I can make a really mean French toast. So if Fly FM ever needs a guy who makes French toast,
Hey!
y'all know the holla. Yeah,
French toast
but I
requires
also learned it requires skill, and also the secret ingredient is love.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's what makes my French toast different than whatever French toast you have out there.
Okay, now what are your big plans for 2021? What's happening for Ashraf
Big-
Nasir?
Asyraf Nasir will be working on his first ever EP. in his whole career. So
Okay.
it's basically like a mini album, right? And this is it's quite a big thing for me because I've never crafted like such a thing together. Of course, I didn't do it by myself. I'm very thankful that I was able to work with a lot of pretty prominent people in the industry. I don't think I would say who yet because I want to have the confirmation. You know, like those moments where you're like, you want to make sure confirm, then you say right. So that's something for you guys. Yeah, something for you guys to look forward to in 2021. But I'll be working on that. That's the main highlight of the year, lah. And we're just gonna come up with even better stuff, more music videos, that's for sure, and more good material. If I were to ever launch my EP, I would want to have a live performance if that was possible.
Yeah, I'm hoping everything works out perfectly for that to happen, and I'll be there in the crowd. Okay. Okay, now.
See you front row, huh?
Yeah, front row. You can see my hair.
Sure.
Come on, you can see my hair. It's shining. Okay. Okay, now what do you have to say to all your fans who've been supporting you, loving your music, and are looking forward to hear more from you?
My message is, there's no other words to describe because I feel like I say this at every other day. I'm just very thankful. I'm very grateful for even the littlest bit of support that I get, even from a simple comment or simple like. It has impacted me a lot from where I was at the beginning. So I hope you guys continue to show that support, and I will promise you I will always give my best in whatever I put out.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Asyraf, having a chat with me. I'm so glad 2020 was huge, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in 2021 for you. And I'll keep in touch on IG, man. I watch all your stories every single day. So you're entertaining.
Thank you. That's so sweet. Really? You are also very entertaining. And I also watch all of your random skits on TikTok, all A+. I love it. Quality content.
Thank you so much, man. I hope you have amazing New Year's. Stay safe, be safe, everything, hope your family, everyone's okay.
Yeah, for you too. Thank you, Fly FM, for having me. Much love. Happy New Year.
Bye.
Fly FM.